Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Hi, I'm Brandy June, and you're watching The Knowledge Fairy. This episode is about everyone's favorite, not actually made out of rubber poultry, also known as the rubber duck. Even though the modern ducks are made out of a plastic vinyl that looks and feels like rubber. Now, it's not clear exactly when the rubber duck was created, but probably in the late 1800s. And if you're wondering, why is the rubber duck a duck, as opposed to maybe a rubber gopher or a steak? Well, it's because the first rubber ducks were used as decoys for people who were hunting real ducks. After the real ducks were hurt, killed, or wounded, they would send dogs after them to retrieve them. Looking at a series of patents filed, we can trace the evolution of the rubber duck decoy to our favorite bath time friend. In 1886, a patent was approved for George H. Nye for a rubber duck decoy. After that, a patent was filed in 1903 and approved in 1904 to Frederick Coleman of Budapest, Austria-Hungary, for a rubber toy with a squeaker. Another similar toy patent was approved in 1927, and a third in 1928, which was actually for a rubber duck, although it was not a bath toy. So you're probably wondering, when do all of these ducks, baths, rubber, toys all come together? Well, finally, in 1937, we see a patent approved for a rubber duck bath toy. However, this one was more like a sprinkler than the actual rubber duck toy we're used to. After that, we did get the rubber duck bath toy, but this one was squeezed to propel it, as opposed to the toy we know. And then finally, right after World War II, we got the bath toy we know and love. Now, this was created with 2 patents from California dudes. The first was in 1949 to Peter Geneen of Los Angeles. The second approved patent was in 1950 to Robert Y. Allen and F. Melvin Shaw of Beverly Hills. Okay, so now we know the evolution of the rubber duck bath toy. But how did one little toy get to be so famous and well loved?
It was really due to Jim Henson.
In 1970, he performed the song Rubber Ducky as Ernie, a Muppet from Sesame Street. The rubber duck has also done its part for charity, usually in the form of duck races.
People pay for certain ducks, and they're released into the relative wilds of a body of water. The person whose duck comes in first wins. The first race was held in 1988 in the United States, and it was known as the Rubber Duck Derby, created by Eric Schechter. This is still the biggest duck race in the world and has raised over $140 million for charity.
Rubber Ducky has also been featured in The Sun, a British tabloid.
In 2001, reports that I, the Queen of England, had a rubber ducky in my bathroom with an inflatable crown. Sales of rubber duckies in the UK increased by 80% for a short time thereafter.
So there you have it, the history and evolution of the rubber ducky.
So what's your plans tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know. Probably gonna take a bath.
Oh, I was going to take a shower.
Oh.